It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Kenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will have the first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Right back to the well. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. Second and 10, really hard. Third and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. And the Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. To throw, it's Knowles. Plucks it out of the air. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. Got room on the return. Touchdown, North Carolina! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll back, they'll bring it out to the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground. Knocked out at the 28-yard line. The Yellow Jackets, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick release on the RPO. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. Behind the chains now 2nd and long. He'll ride his man on the option. Power football with the run. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Fires to the wideout. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of...
Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Great job by the back on the option.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Pressure coming. And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. And the Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick strike complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here's the handoff. Got some room in under the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Lopez to pass. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Hauls it in, looking for space. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Yellow Jackets can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Working that left side now. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This is a good example of spacing in the passing game. You get the ball to your receiver quickly and just give him a little bit of space so that he has the ability to turn around and make a guy miss, and then go get extra yards.
Looking for the score. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt, but this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive, and to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Quick release by the QB. Turning it on! Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has... It's on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Knowles. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. New set of downs after the completion. Just keeps slinging it. Finds his target down the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a 1st down.
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Gets the back moving. Lopez wants to fire. Here comes the heat. Pulls it in. It's Davis. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Robinson. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Makes it past the marker. Running through contact. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Tar Heels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The gift to the tailback. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
The Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one. It's out of bounds. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. The RPO, it's complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big gain for the offense.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Yellow Jackets come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The give on the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Made a defender miss. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Tar Heels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. He hurls one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Lopez to pass. And the quarterback caught up two and sacked at the 12.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, UNC! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason, need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They'll run the option. Jukes his way for more. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. That 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Trying to get it to the marker. Just ran him over to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice.
There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone. Add to this lead.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Trying to pull his way in.
And really good job knowing I don't get in the end zone. I got to get close to the end zone, be ready to break on the football as soon as they throw it. I can't give up any yards after the catch, and they don't right there.
To the air, it's Mahan, keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Sims. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down. Keeps it and gets past the chains. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Smith. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Lopez wants to fire. Oh, they're after him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Rush is on him. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The handoff, keep working on that clock. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for us.
That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. We sensed a great